So we started with the trim function. I say that the trim function is basically used to remove spaces. If you're having a data that is not well organized, you can use the trim function to remove the extra spaces in between that data. You can use the trim function to remove the extra spaces in between that data. And I told you that you start each function with an equal sign. So we're making use of this table that I put here, which is table that have student one, student two, student one, then the second one, student one also. But let me make it so that you don't think that we are repeating some things. Let me change this one to student 10. Then this one should be student 11. Student 11. So let's leave it like this. So let's start with the first one. We want to remove the extra spaces for the student one. You need to equal sign, then trim, then trim function, then you select the cell. So we are using this cell, which is L5. Then close your bracket. So you can see that easily remove the space before the student one. So you can apply the formula to the two other rows. So I'll just click on the drop down. You can see that. See that. So I've removed it from student 10, then from student 11. So that is that for trim. Trim is used to remove what spaces. Next, concatenate. So concatenate is about combining strings together. So we use concatenate to join one or more strings together. So looking at this, we have first name and then we have last name. So our major aim here is to combine the first name and last name to form full name. That's what we did here. Using the first name and the last name to form what? Full name. So I make use of concatenate and then using the second method, which is the and method. So let's do the first one. Equals concatenate. Then the first cell, which is the first name, comma. Then we need to include space in between the two names. We need to include space, quotes, then space. Then click on the last name. You see that combining using concatenate. So that's the second method. First name, then same space, last name. So what that and is doing is that what this and we are using, what is doing is that it's replacing comma. You can see here we did not apply comma. The place you're supposed to apply the comma, we replace it with what? With and.
Okay.
So that's what we did there. So next, there's this table that is here that I want us to use again. That we have used in the class. Let me just recap again on it. So we have to make the sentence with this table. Student 1 has scored 95 in maths. So this is just an example of what I want us to do with this table. So if you look at the table, look at it carefully, you see that in both tables we have student 1. We have student 1 in both tables. So, but we don't have has scored. We have 95, we don't have in, then we have maths. So the ones we have, we'll pick the cell address. The ones we don't have, we impute the text. So let's do that. Equals concatenate. Then student 1. I can pick from the first table or I can pick from the second table. Next, has scored. Has scored. Then space. Has scored 95. So I have 95. And space and math. I can pick math here. I'll pick this one. So let's pick this. You can see that. So if you are to fill for the first time, you still be having a little error here. So for you to avoid
Yes.
this, you keep the mathematics constant.
I like to.
Yes, you keep the mathematics, you keep it constant. Some system use F4, some use Fn and F4. So use the dollar sign to lock the range. So this is it. Then for science, I say we should attempt the science. Then let me use the second method for English. You can attempt the science using the mathematics I did for the science. So let me do the second one with the English with the second method. So yes, we have student one, student one. Click on student
Mm,
one. Instead of applying comma and has called, I told you that and replace what? Replace
comma.
comma. So instead of using comma again, and has called what? 81
81.
and in what? In English. You can see whichever method you like, you can use. So you lock the English cell just to keep it constant. So I did for you the math, then the English. So you do the science yourself. Try doing the science yourself. Next, we now move down to substitute function. So substitute is used to replace a part of text. So used to replace a part of text in a string. So substitute is case sensitive. Like I told us, case sensitive, you cannot use capital letter to replace small letter. You can't use small letter to replace capital letter.
Later.
So here we have student, which is misspelled with B. So we need to remove the B, then replace it what? With D.
D.
So equals substitute. Then we have the test. So we are replacing B. So D. So B is the old test, then D is the new test. Then instant
Test.
number means that how many times what you're trying to change occur. If it occur more than one time and you needed to change it, you need to add the instant number. But this D only occur. I mean, this D only occur once. So
Once.
we use one, or we decide not to use one. So you can see that. Then we change the 38 to change 38 to 100. I told you don't quote numbers
Yes.
since it's a number, no need of quoting it. Next, changing science to English
English.
equals substitute, substitute, then the cell, comma, in quotes. Be conscious if it's capital or small letter because you can't change small letter with capital letter. So I'm changing the science to English. You can see that. The next is upper and lower and proper. Uppercase, capitalize. So let's do that. Let's change the student to capital letter. Uppercase, then so changing to capital letter,
Yeah.
then autofill. Lowercase, change the upper to lower. Then the last part, proper. The first letter of each word is capital letter. That is the
Letter.
proper. Proper. So that is that for proper. Next, length. So length is used to return the count of string, including what? Including space.
Space.
Uh, so equals length. So it includes space count. Last part is left, right, and mid. Left, right, and mid. So we can use left, right, and mid to split our text into parts. Use it to split our text into parts. So we are here to split the um, the QR code value into year, product, and group.
Group.
So we have the first one is the left hand. So do the left part, bringing out the year. This is the text. Then the character 4. The year has 4 characters. You can 2018. That is four
Yeah.
characters. Then the product, that is the middle part. The middle part. So the text first, then the starting position of the product. The product start with A. So the position of A in this text is fifth. Then fifth, the character length is fifth. The character we are trying to bring out is fifth. So we can see that. Then group, the right hand side. Then comma. The size of the right hand is what? 2.
Two.
If you don't want to make use of this, let me show you another way. If you don't want to make use of formula, you can use flash fill. I will show you the flash fill. Let me wipe this out. So for you to make use of flash fill, the first thing you need to do is to type the first thing you need. So just type it. I want to bring out here, so I type 2018. So I'll look for my flash fill. Go to the next cell. Then your flash fill is located under the home tab. Then under editing, this editing. Under
Yeah.
editing, you have fill. This is fill here. So you use what? Flash fill. This is flash fill. This is it here.
Okay.
This flash fill. So you click on it. Can you see? This one does not require formula. Flash fill does not require formula. Same thing applies to the ID. So A B C D E. Same process. Just go to the next cell, then click on your flash fill. See that?
Mm.
Same thing applies to the last one. You don't need to use formula. Click here, then flash. So that is that on the textual function. Do you have any question? It's just a recap. Do you have any question?
The flash field, is it possible that is not correct?
The flash field,
Yes, is it possible like in any way that is not correct?
depending on what you want it to return. Like I can also use this, for instance, depending on what you ask the flash field to do for you. For instance, I have that first name. Let's say I have first name. I have first name. Then I have last name. And I want flash field to help me combine it. To combine everything for me. Then I have a full name. I'm showing you the, the power of flash field. Then
Okay.
I have email. So I want to use this flash field. Let's say randomly I have John back back back. I have John Doe. Okay, John first name, their last name. Doe. Have Waji. Yeah, Solomon. Yeah, root, uh, Smith. So look at this. I want to use flash fill to get everything. You know, if they are like, let's say they have like 1,000 rows, I want to combine their
Yes.
name with that formula. I'll just give,
Yes.
I'll give the flash fill an example of what I want. John Doe. Flash fill will know what to do for me. So look at it. Do you see?
Yeah.
Now, if I want to generate email, I want to generate email. John Doe at gmail.com. Do you see?
Oh yeah.
Very easy to use. Make our work very fast. But know the prompts you're giving it. Just like AI, know what you're giving it to do. So
Okay.
based on what you give it to do is what is going to return back to you.
Okay. Okay.
So that is that on textual function. Like I said, textual function is used for cleaning data. You can say everything you are doing is like making sure our data is in proper shape.
Yes.
It's used for cleaning data. It's something that you will keep doing every time. Data can be so much annoying. Like people can give you some data that you first need to put it in a good shape before you start working with it. Otherwise, everything you'll be doing with that data, you won't get an end result with it. So let's move on. You have your assignments already, right?